Says the guy who threatened to carry out a terrorist attack while he was drunk.
Oh my god!
Notice, the Nessie footage is not from the Water Horse movie. You won't find this clip anywhere in the movie. Despite paid trolls propaganda, you'll never see a comparison video showing the Nessie clip and the movie clip proving the vids are the same, because they are not.
A popular YouTuber who goes by Pear Breakdown did a great video exposing this film as a hoax. First off, the backstory about a Nazi prisoner being allowed to film a mammoth while in captivity seems odd. The mammoth's feet glide over the snow, as you would expect from poorly done CGI, and the original source stated it was a hoax. Wow, I think I should have started with that one. Basking shark carcass. This has been common knowledge even among most creationists for quite some time now. Not that Bryce would know. He doesn't socialize with many people outside of his cult or his cell. You say those are sauropods. I say they look like lion giraffes or whatever. The Egyptians drew pictures of jackalmen and birdmen. Why is this relevant? The Acambaro figures have been proven and admitted to be hoaxes created by Mexican farmers. The Inca stones, just like the Acambaro figures, have been proven and admitted to be hoax. The stones have been popularized by Javier Daquia, who received the stones from a local Peruvian farmer named Ustia, who later admitted he simply created the stones himself and copied images from Javar's dinosaur books. Creationists are very deceitful. They only ever take images of faded and indistinguishable petroglyphs and edit the images to make the painting look more like a dinosaur. Here's the edited image of the so-called Kachina Bridge dinosaur, and here's the original unedited image. Some faded, undistinguishable blobs partially covered in old mud. I believe this is from that one case where the well-preserved blood cells turned out to just be some red bacteria.
Santa Barbara, California, 1980. Recreational scuba diver Rick McKeever goes missing near the sunken wreck of the Liberty ship Allen. A day later, his mangled gear is dredged up by a search team. His apparently violent cause of death is a mystery. Was it sharks? A boat propeller? Hans Ulbrich, who was his dive buddy that day, insists it was something far more terrifying.
What are we gonna do? Where is he?
When an abandoned industrial building is cleared for demolition, a locked door is discovered in its basement. The door conceals an archive of strange and disturbing specimens, recordings, photos, and documentary films. Compelling evidence of monstrous creatures and preternatural events. The documentarian's whereabouts remain unknown. In his records, he identifies himself only as the Teller. His investigations reveal a frightening world of dark secrets.
The next 30 minutes of this video is from an episode of Dark Secrets, which is a pseudo-documentary series, meaning it's literally science fiction, like Primeval or Mermaids the Body Found. I would expect nothing less from a guy who took a scene from Waterhorse in Jurassic Park and claimed it to be proof of living dinosaurs.
Go to Blanding, Utah, you'll see carvings of dinosaurs on the cliff there. Apparently they knew about dinosaurs in Utah. The Indians knew about them. They killed them, apparently. This is a cave painting in Australia showing a guy running away from what appears to be a dinosaur.
That is not a dinosaur. That's just how Aboriginal people draw long-beaked echidnas. I know it's way off scale, but as we have seen before, these cave drawings don't draw things to scale.
I can't pronounce the name of this place in Canada, Mishap something or other here, but it looks like these Indians have painted something on the cliff there that appears to be like a dinosaur with a dermal frill ridged on its back.
That is the Agawa representation of Misapeshu, a so-called water lynx spirit with distinct feline characteristics. But over the course of the past few decades, creationists and other cryptards have tried to portray it in a more dinosaur-like fashion so that they can include it in their list of living dinosaurs.
This is a painting from Australia. These guys are all dancing around what quite obviously looks like a dinosaur. Apparently they're upset because it ate their friend. Okay, there's the friend inside. You know, give him back, please, right now. Anyway.
There was this missionary named David Fields who was visiting an Aboriginal village in New Queensland, Australia in the 1970s, and the elder tribesmen told him stories of the Yaru, a ferocious creature that lived in small water holes in the rainforest and feasted upon villagers who ventured too close to the waters. Dennis then had the elders paint a picture of what the creature looked like based on the descriptions passed down by their ancestors. And this is the painting that Dennis donated to CMI, Creationist Ministries International. The image shows what is clearly a plesiosaur having devoured a human and being hunted in a small water hole by Aboriginal tribe members. Now, this wouldn't be the first time a creationist missionary visited a remote tribal village in a jungle somewhere, showed them scientifically inaccurate images of dinosaurs, and it just so happened that such prehistoric monsters were terrorizing the villagers. Like what we've seen with Jonathan Whitcomb and the scientifically inaccurate Rupin pterosaur of Papua New Guinea, or the numerous missionaries who visited the Congo in search of the scientifically inaccurate sauropod known as Bembe. Besides just assuming that Dennis Fields is just another one of countless lying creationists who disobeyed their own ninth commandment, we can also point out the scientific inaccuracies of this so-called plesiosaur and the plot holes in the tales behind the creature. The Yaru is presumably large enough to eat a human whole and has an extraordinarily long neck, and supposedly such a large creature lives in small, shallow water holes like this. Something creationists don't understand is that such large creatures like this plesiosaur cannot survive in such small and shallow environments. Of course, they simply imply that the creature can travel on land between water holes in order to feed, which is just another one of many scientifically outdated ideas that creationists still cling on to despite it being scientifically inaccurate. Another thing I should point out is that from what little we know about plesiosaurs, how they moved and how they hunted, a creature of this description would have difficulty hunting anything from fish to animals drinking by the shore in these small and shallow pools, even if it could somehow hunt like a crocodile. Oh, and speaking of crocodiles, let's not forget how the Yaru would be at a disadvantage against large 20-foot crocodiles and would likely be hunted to extinction given how difficult it would be for the Yaru to fight back. And let's not forget how the freshwater and the saltwater crocodile could possibly be responsible for the origins of this legend. Oh, wow, I'm only a quarter of the way through Bryce's 2-hour-long video, and I'm on the verge of insanity. So if you like this video, I guess I'll continue with the rest of this wonderful piece of propaganda, and I will hopefully be investing in a better mic sometime later. Well, that's it. Goodbye.